What's up, everybody? It's Phil and Jessie.
Welcome to our show, Making Our Roots.
While Jessie and I were in Alaska, we grew over 40 different varieties of vegetables, but we also grew over 20 different varieties of herbs. So today, I'll be showing you how to start your own herb garden. It's gonna save you a little space.
And in the kitchen, I'll be showing you how to cook with herbs and how to preserve herbs for future use. I also learned this in Alaska. We made so much pesto.
So much pesto. So let's get out in the garden, let's get started.
In Alaska, we had a whole greenhouse dedicated to herbs. It was actually one of my favorite places to go and just take in the smells and occasionally snag a little bit of mint for our afternoon pick-me-up. So I knew I wanted an herb garden here, but because we don't have the same amount of space, Phil came up with this awesome idea for a hanging herb garden. All he had to do was buy 4-inch PVC from Ace Hardware, drill a large hole in the top for planting, and a small hole in the bottom for drainage. So Phil hung this here because it's a southern-facing wall, which means it gets the best sun exposure. But if building something like this isn't something you want to do, know that you could have an herb garden super easily if you have a windowsill that gets good sun exposure. My first steps here are fill the PVC pipe with soil, seed directly into the top holes in water. Phil and I love using herbs in our cooking because of their versatility and the flavors that they bring to your food. They're also super easy to preserve, so today I'll be showing you a couple methods of preserving. You can dry herbs, make them into seasonings or teas. You can turn them into sauces or marinades and keep them in the freezer. There really shouldn't be extra herbs in your garden because of how easy it is to work with them. The first recipe I'll be showing you is a frozen herb bomb. I'm using my thyme and rosemary that I have growing over my sink because I have quite a bit of it also in the garden. After you have your herbs chopped, you're gonna add some olive oil, which will be the base of your ice cubes. Once the mixture is done, you're just gonna pour it into a silicone ice cube tray, and then this tray is gonna go in the freezer overnight or until whenever you actually need to use these. Once these cubes are frozen, you can use them in soups or as a marinade to chicken or sauces. They're kind of just like an easy little flavor bomb that you can throw in anything. All right, the next way that I'm gonna show you how to use your herbs in your cooking is with my favorite pesto pasta recipe. Pesto is super easy and can be experimented with anything in your garden realistically. Instead of basil, you can use kale, spinach, cilantro, mint, you name it, throw it in there. For nuts, instead of pine nuts, you can use walnuts, which I'm using, pistachios, sunflower seeds. It's really a fun recipe. For this pesto recipe, we'll be using freshly harvested basil from the garden, Parmesan cheese, pepper, salt, garlic, walnuts, and olive oil. The first step here is just to get all of your dry ingredients into the food processor. Once they are finely chopped, we're gonna add the olive oil, which is the base of the sauce. We've got green, super fragrant, delicious basil pesto. I have my spaghetti cooked al dente, which means firm. And I'm gonna add my pesto.
A meal like this always proves me right when I say herbs are the unsung hero of the garden. This looks delicious.
Thanks. Today we showed you how to start your own herb garden, how to cook using herbs, and how to preserve herbs as well.
And today we ended a great day in our garden with a fantastic meal with excellent company as well.
We should be proud.